So many alien theories, so little time. One of the theories I've absolutely loved over the years is this conspiracy theory that the moon, Earth's moon, is not really a moon. It's a spaceship, and they are watching us from inside that spaceship. And this is the Wikipedia image of what the inside of that looks like. It's not. That's not what's inside the moon. The trouble is, if this is true, if this is true, a lot of things are wrong about science and engineering. And in order for this to be true, we have to be really wrong about a lot of things. So let's take a quick look. The moon itself really kind of looks like this, according to geology.com and every science book ever. I mean, you just pick one, pick this one. You got the crust, the mantle, the outer core, partial melt, inner core, and the inner core is solid. Lunar surface, it's solid, right? It doesn't have these big gaps in it that you would have to have for it to be a spaceship. All of that adds up to have a certain mass, and the moon is pretty big. So if you look here, you're missing a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of vacant space inside in this weird hollow moon concept. And when you get down to it, the moon is not. Now, have we drilled through to the core of the Earth? Can we say that? No, but we can add up a bunch of mass and decide, hey, look, we're probably pretty close because we know what the mass of the moon is. How do we know what the mass of the moon is? Well, we've got a lot of evidence for what the mass has influence on. And first off, we've had people on it. When people were on the moon, we know how fast things fell. You could calculate that the effect of gravity on the moon versus other places. So, that was done with astronauts. And even before the astronauts were on it, um, you had this nice little thing called tides. You could actually look at the gravitational pull of the moon and the sun on Earth's oceans, and high tide occurs at really specific times based on position of the Earth and the moon and the sun and everybody all together. So, if you look at the lunar influence was here in gray. The yellow is the solar influence. So you get these high tides pulled by the sun. You get these high tides pulled by the moon. Moon has a little bit more influence because it's closer. Sun is way bigger, so it always has influence. But the moon does cause that influence on the oceans here as well. Now, apologize for the coughing. It's been a weird week with allergies. But there is no evidence of any kind to support a hollow moon where we're being observed by aliens from a distant universe. The only way you could justify that particular one is if all the things we know about gravity are incorrect. And when it comes to gravity, we don't really understand why gravity does what it does. We understand exactly what gravity does. So we know gravity, at least to that point. In order for this to be true, we have to be completely wrong about exactly what gravity does. And this falls under the category of people who want you to believe it. Do the scientific version of proof is trust me, bro. I cannot trust this one. I don't even know why this one is a thing. It's around, it ranks up there in my world with flat earthers. The moon's not hollow. It's not a spaceship. Let it go. Just let it go.